4 Night Beat.
And good evening, New Mexico. Those polls have been closed for 3 hours now, and election results are still trickling into our newsroom.
Yeah, and here in Albuquerque, the big race is for the city's top seat, mayor. Right now, it seems pretty apparent that we are looking at a runoff. There were 7 candidates, and that means that nobody has received the 50% of the vote necessary to avoid a runoff.
Current Mayor Tim Keller and former Bernalillo County Sheriff Darren White have the highest number of votes at this point in the evening. So we are your Decision 2025 station with team coverage. We're going to start tonight with Monica Logroño.
She is live for us at Mayor Keller's camp. So, Monica, you actually asked the mayor today about the potential for a runoff.
Yeah, that's right, Trevor. Tessa, I spoke to him earlier today, and he not only expected a runoff, but expected it to be against former Bernalillo County Sheriff Darren White. So at last check, Keller has 36% of the vote, and White has 31%. And we expected a runoff again, so did Keller, and he said as much when he took the stage tonight.
We are ready for a runoff for the future of our city, and we're going to defend our families. We're going to defend our city, and we're going to stand up for what we believe in, whether it's inside our city or whether it is against Washington, D.C. and their efforts to divide us.
In terms of a game plan, Keller says his campaign will highlight White's record. Tonight he says he has brought real results and knows that what works and that it takes time. He did tout the Albuquerque Community Safety Department, which he has throughout his campaign that we've seen, pointing out that it's the first department of its kind in the country. But he said the work isn't done, and of course tonight he took the opportunity to take jabs at his opponent, saying we've seen this before.
This is my hometown. And we've seen that show before that he brings. The hate, the division, the fake answers, seemingly waving a magic wand that will solve all our problems. We know it's harder than that. It takes grit, it takes guts, it takes a real plan.
We spoke to him one-on-one after his speech, and he said he was happy with tonight's turnout, but of course emphasized the importance now of reaching voters more than ever as the work isn't done. He also said he would be happy to have support from any of the other candidates, and we've been telling you all this week long, so we've been predicting that this runoff election would happen. It has to happen within 45 days of those election results getting certified. For now, I'm live at Arrive Hotel in downtown Albuquerque. Monica Logroño, KOB4.
All right, Monica, thanks so much. We want to get to Emily Faith now. She was at Darren White's watch party this evening. So, Emily, I know he just got done speaking. How is he and his supporters feeling at this point?
Yeah, Sasha, thanks so much. We were here at Darren White's campaign party, which has largely died down. Those supporters have gone home with feeling very good tonight. It was a small, intimate crowd here.
Yeah, I'm here at Darren White's watch party, and this place was filled with friends and family and supporters. And whenever those results popped up, this place just erupted in cheers, some hugs, and there was also even some happy tears shed. Now, whenever White came into the room to address everybody, he said that these numbers, as well as holding Tim Keller to just 36%, is proof the citizens of Albuquerque want change. And his campaign has centered around cracking down on crime, making the streets of Albuquerque safer, and being that catalyst for change. Now, as far as looking ahead to a runoff election with Mayor Keller, White says he's looking forward to that one-on-one challenge.
It's also clear that voters said tonight, enough is enough, and we want change. Crime and homelessness are destroying the city that we love. And that was on the ballot tonight as well.
Now, White also promised in his speech to appoint a bipartisan cabinet as well. Now, we know these numbers are going to be coming in throughout the next few hours as those votes are tabulated. We will keep you posted online at KOB.com as well as on social media. In Albuquerque, Emily Faith, KOB4.
All right, Emily, thank you so much for following that. In the meantime, of course, one of the big questions in any election is how many people are going to actually show up to vote. Morgan Stevens has been monitoring the Bernalillo County voting warehouse tonight for us. So, Morgan, there was a pretty long wait tonight for certain results to start coming in.
That's right, Trevor. As you can maybe see a little bit behind me, the election workers are essentially just kind of hanging out right now. But when we got here, they were actually going through a lot of those ballots, counting them. The polls closed at 7 o'clock, but the results didn't actually start trickling in. Those ballots didn't start to be counted until 8:30 or so, and then we started to get results at around 8:55. Now, I'm standing inside what you might call the nerve center of the election. This is the warehouse where all of those ballots, they're arriving, they're being sorted meticulously, and they're also being counted now. So as you can see, I mean, there are just rows and rows of election staff counting ballots, of course, with those security protocols in place. Earlier, the clerk made that decision to hold the results until the last person voted around 8:30 p.m. so as to not disenfranchise any voter. Election staff got the go-ahead just before 9 to start counting and releasing those results.
We're currently on pace to meet those expectations similar to 2021's mayoral election. We did have close to 50,000 voters on Election Day in 2021, and we're on pace to meet or exceed that today.
Right, and so we'll keep an eye on all those results as they keep coming in, and of course we'll keep an update on at the morning show, at the KOB morning show tomorrow morning. Sorry, quite a long day, as you guys can tell. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, it's every election day. It never gets any easier. Morgan, good work out there to our entire team. We want to get back to that runoff election. We're kind of used to that in the Albuquerque mayoral race, but here's how that's going to work. Again, incumbent Mayor Tim Keller and former Bernalillo County Sheriff Darren White will go head-to-head in another round of voting, and we expect that's going to happen on December 9th.
And next Tuesday night at 5 right here on KOB4, we will have Keller and White with us in studio for a debate. You can tune in to learn much more about their policies that could directly impact you. Well, also today, Sandoval County voters approved millions of dollars in bonds for the Rio Rancho, Bernalillo, Jemez, and Cuba school districts.
And that money will go toward improving schools, building new ones, and buying new computers and technology for students. Albuquerque Public Schools will also be getting a big boost thanks to voters. They approved $350 million in bonds today for a long list of projects that we've been telling you about over the past few weeks, including updating schools, getting new HVAC systems, even a new special education facility on the city's west side. We go to Santa Fe now. The capital city is closer to selecting its next mayor. It was a crowded field of 8 candidates to take outgoing Mayor Alan Weber's seat. At this point in the evening, Michael Garcia is leading with 36% of the vote.
I want to get you now to a big race in New York, where the race for mayor certainly got plenty of national attention. Voters ended up electing the city's first Muslim mayor earlier today. Democrat Zohran Mamdani defeated former Governor Andrew Cuomo earlier. The 34-year-old will also become the city's youngest mayor in over a century. Mamdani's digitally savvy campaign, which was laser focused on cost of living issues, it electrified many New Yorkers. But his ideologies also drew plenty of criticism, including from President Trump.